Most people assume that starting a company in Venezuela is either impossible or extremely risky, and that assumption alone keeps almost every foreign entrepreneur from even looking at the opportunity. But here's the surprising truth. While Venezuela does have challenges in its economic system, it also has a structured legal pathway for business formation that many outsiders completely misunderstand. And that misunderstanding is exactly what creates both confusion and opportunity at the same time. Because here's what nobody tells you at the beginning. Registering a company in Venezuela is not just about paperwork. It is about understanding a system that operates differently from what most Western entrepreneurs are used to. And if you are planning to register an LLC equivalent in Venezuela, there is something extremely important you need to know first. Because the structure used there is not called an LLC in the American sense. Instead, it is typically formed as a Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada, or SRL, which functions as the closest equivalent to a limited liability company. But understanding the name is not enough. What matters is understanding how the process actually works in real life, how approvals move through the system, and where most people make avoidable mistakes that slow everything down. Let's start with a story. Michael is a freelance consultant from the United States who specializes in digital business strategy. For years, he worked remotely with clients across Latin America. One day, he noticed something interesting. Several of his clients in the region were asking him if he had a local company structure to invoice through. Not just a foreign entity, but something recognized locally. At the same time, Sarah, a small business owner running an online education platform, was exploring ways to expand into Spanish-speaking markets. She kept hearing about Venezuela as a lower-cost environment for certain types of business registration. At first, both Michael and Sarah were skeptical. Venezuela did not seem like a straightforward choice. The news headlines, the economic volatility, and the administrative reputation made it seem complicated. But here's where things get interesting, because when they actually studied the legal structure, they discovered something unexpected. Venezuela does allow foreign participation in business formation. And more importantly, it provides a structured legal entity system that includes the SRL, which limits liability and allows for formal business operations under Venezuelan law. But here's the problem. Most guides stop at this surface-level explanation and never explain the real operational process behind it. And that's where confusion begins. So let's break it down step by step in a way that actually makes sense. First, you need to understand what an SRL really is in Venezuela. An SRL, or Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada, is a limited liability company structure designed for small to medium-sized businesses. It separates personal assets from company liabilities, meaning that in most cases, owners are not personally responsible for company debts beyond their investment. This is similar in concept to an LLC in the United States or other countries, but the legal procedures, documentation requirements, and administrative steps are different. And this is where many entrepreneurs make their first mistake. They assume the system behaves like their home country. It does not. Now let's go back to Michael. Michael thought the process would be quick and digital. He assumed he could file everything online and receive approval within a few days. But when he started researching the actual steps, he realized the process involved multiple stages: name reservation, legal document drafting, notarization, registration with commercial authorities, and tax identification. And each of these steps is handled by different institutions. This is where most people feel overwhelmed. But there is a smarter way to look at it. Instead of seeing it as one complicated process, you break it into 4 main phases. Phase 1 is company name registration. In Venezuela, your company name must be reserved before any legal formation can continue. This is done through the commercial registry system. The name must be unique and compliant with naming rules, meaning it cannot conflict with existing companies or contain restricted terms. Sarah encountered her first delay here. She chose a name that was already partially registered by another entity. That meant she had to submit alternative names and wait for approval again. And what happens next changes everything, because name approval becomes the foundation of your entire legal structure. Without it, nothing else moves forward. So choosing the right name is not just branding. It is procedural access. Once the name is approved, you move into phase 2. Drafting the company constitution. This is where the legal structure of your SRL is defined. It includes ownership percentages, business purpose, management structure, capital contributions, and operational rules. And this is where precision matters. Because if your documents are too vague, they may be rejected or delayed. But if they are too restrictive, you may limit your business flexibility later. Michael made this mistake early on. He kept his structure too simple, thinking it would speed things up. Instead, the registry requested clarifications, which added additional weeks to his timeline. But here's the insight most people miss. In Venezuela, clarity is more important than speed. The system prioritizes complete documentation over fast submission. Now let's move to phase 3. Notarization and registration. Once your documents are drafted, they must be notarized and submitted to the commercial registry. This is a critical legal step, where your company becomes officially recognized under Venezuelan commercial law. At this stage, documents are reviewed, verified, and formally recorded. And this is where administrative timing becomes important. Depending on workload and jurisdiction, approval times can vary significantly. Zara experienced this variability firsthand. Her application moved quickly at first, then slowed, due to backlog processing at the registry office. Nothing was wrong with her application. It simply required patience. But there's one detail most people miss. Delays in this system are not always rejections. Often they are just procedural cues. Once registration is approved, you enter phase 4. Tax identification. This step involves registering your company with the National Tax Authority to obtain a tax identification number. Without this, your company cannot legally invoice clients or operate financially within the system. This is one of the most important steps in the entire process. Michael realized this when he tried to prepare his first invoice. Even though his company was legally registered, he still needed the tax number before he could fully operate. And this is where the system becomes complete. Because company formation is not just legal existence, it is operational authorization. Now, let's zoom out and connect everything. Michael and Sarah both realized that Venezuela's company formation process is structured, but highly procedural. It requires patience, document accuracy, and an understanding of institutional workflow. But once completed, it provides a legally recognized entity that can operate within the Venezuelan system. And more importantly, it allows access to local markets, contracting opportunities, and formal business engagement in the region. But here's the deeper lesson. The biggest barrier is not the law itself. It is misunderstanding how the process actually flows. Most failures or delays come from incorrect assumptions, incomplete documentation, or rushing through legal steps without understanding their purpose. Once that changes, the process becomes significantly more manageable. Now imagine Michael a few months later. His company is fully registered. He is working with regional clients, issuing compliant invoices, and operating with a structured legal entity. Zara is in a similar position. Her platform now has a formal presence in the region, allowing her to expand into Spanish-speaking markets with more credibility and operational stability. And what changed everything was not complexity. It was understanding the system before acting. Because in Venezuela, as in many countries, structure always comes before speed. Now let's summarize everything clearly. Registering an LLC equivalent in Venezuela through an SRL involves 4 main stages: name reservation, document drafting, notarization, and commercial registration, and tax identification. Each step builds on the previous one, and accuracy is more important than speed. When done correctly, it creates a fully legal business structure that can operate within the Venezuelan system. And if you take one lesson from this guide, let it be this. Most complications in international company formation come not from the system itself, but from misunderstanding the order of operations. Once you understand that order, everything becomes clearer, more predictable, and far more manageable. If you found this guide helpful and want more deep breakdowns of international company formation and global business structures, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more step-by-step insights like this.